I never know how to start these videos. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, my name is Cassandra and I make natural beauty and lifestyle videos. So if you're interested, please subscribe. Today's video is a video that I've wanted to make for a very long time, and it is how to convert to an organic lifestyle. So this is a bit of a long one, so I'm going to take a sip of water before I start. Okay, for myself, I was not raised on an organic natural lifestyle. It was something that I had to figure out on my own. Little by little, I was able to recognize that there were quite a few things that I was putting into my body and onto my body that were harmful. So you're probably here because you've figured out that our world, our beauty products, our air, our water are contaminated with things that shouldn't be there. In the last 100 years, the amount of chemicals that we surround ourselves with have skyrocketed, so we find ourselves getting sicker and sicker as a result. So I did find this a little bit stressful at first because once you notice everything, it can be a little overwhelming, and it does take a bit of money to make the transition, especially with makeup. So just a disclaimer, I just wanted to let you know that I'm not trying to claim that I know the right way or the healthiest way to live. I'm just sharing my experience and changes that I made that I feel like benefited me. So I've narrowed it down to 7 things that I think are the most important and a great place to start. So let's get into the video. So number 1 is water. I figured that I'd make water number 1 because we are made of mostly water. In general, I feel like what you put into your body should be your main concern. Food is important as well. So if you live in the city, you've likely heard there are a lot of contaminants in our tap water. Chlorine, fluoride, heavy metals, synthetic hormones, antibiotics, pesticides, the list goes on. Believe it or not, most bottled water isn't any better, and a lot of them actually bottle tap water and sell it right back to you. A lot of bottled water tests come back showing that they contain cancer-causing contaminants. So just because you're buying bottled water doesn't mean that you're buying cleaner water. And I feel like a lot of bottled waters are falsely promoted as being cleaner and better for you when a lot of the times it's not the case. Okay, so some solutions for this would be investing in a water filter, and I'll link some of the ones that I really like below. And another one would be looking into finding a clean source of natural spring water, which is what I do. I order a brand that is local to me that is called Cedar Springs. But I'm sure every area has a company that ships natural spring water because there is a demand, and I know that it is a priority for a lot of people to get clean water. Another important thing is to put a shower filter on your shower as well, because all of those contaminants will be going into your bloodstream through your skin, and it will also dry out your hair, dry out your skin because of the chlorine. So it is definitely within your interest to buy a shower filter as well. Okay, so number 2, food. Food is another thing you put into your body, so this is very important as well. So if you go to most conventional grocery stores, you'll notice that most of the food there is basically inedible and not meant for human, well, I guess it's not inedible because you could eat it, but it's not made for human consumption. And a lot of the produce is genetically modified and non-organic. And in the meat section, you'll notice there are factory farm animals that are full of antibiotics, hormones, and fed the wrong diet. Just like any other animal, we thrive on eating fresh and organic food. So my solution to this is to start going to healthier grocery stores and start going to farmers markets and look for meat shops that have humanely raised animals that are eating the proper diet, such as grass-fed beef. Another really important thing here is always read the ingredients label. Always, before you buy something, read the ingredients, because a lot of the times they will advertise products as organic and natural, and they'll use certain words to make it sound good, but when you read the ingredients, there might be some questionable things in there. So I'm sure you're gonna see a bunch of things that you've never even heard before, so look them up, see what people are saying online about them, if they're healthy, if there are any side effects. This is something that you should do even in health food stores, because just because something is in a health food store doesn't mean that it is healthy, and that is something that I figured out over time as well. Number 3 is bath and body products. So you may have noticed on packages of shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, toothpaste, body wash, lotion, there is a huge list of ingredients that are impossible to pronounce. You have no idea what they are. These include sulfates, parabens, phthalates, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Then there's the dreaded fragrance, which is an umbrella term that covers up who knows how many contaminants. They could also contain lead, formaldehyde. So these are cancer-causing chemicals. Aluminum is found in most women's deodorants, which is known for causing breast cancer. They're hormone disruptors, carcinogens, things that have devastating effects on your internal organs. My solution again for this one is read the labels. This is so important. If you can't recognize something, look it up and choose organic when possible, and try to go to the natural health food stores to look for some products there. That would be a great start. Number 4 is feminine hygiene products. This is a very important one because companies are not required to list ingredients on these products, so you have to do your research yourself, which makes this a little bit tricky to figure out. Chemicals commonly found in these products are carcinogens, endocrine disruptors, reproductive toxins, and allergens. Because of lack of government oversight, these chemicals are able to be used without even pre-market testing. And another reason this is so important is because the vaginal tissue is much more absorptive than any other tissue on your body. My solution to this is look into organic pads and tampons. If you can use a Diva cup, then the Diva cup is an amazing option because it cuts costs on feminine hygiene products, and it's also really good for the environment because you're not creating any waste. I find the Diva cup to be the most comfortable feminine hygiene product. You wouldn't think so because it's so much larger than a tampon, but I actually feel like I can notice it even less than a tampon. And I don't really find pads that comfortable because I always feel like they could leak at any time. I don't know if that's just me. So number 5 is cleaning products. You may have noticed on a lot of cleaning products that there are skull and crossbones on them, and that's literally because they're poison. Yet we use them all over our house in hopes of cleaning it and making it more sanitary, which to be honest doesn't really make any sense at all, because you probably would have been safer with the dirt that was already there than putting a literal skull and crossbones chemical all over your house. This is especially concerning when you have kids or when you have pets. They say that the average household contains 62 toxic chemicals. The ingredients in these common household products have been linked to asthma, cancer, reproductive disorders, hormone disruption, and neurotoxicity. Another important thing in this category is laundry detergent. So my solution for this would be to look up what you can use as an alternative for cleaning products. A lot of them are so accessible, like vinegar, hydrogen peroxide for laundry, borax, baking soda. Even salt suds is a really amazing natural biodegradable cleaner. Lemon is also really good, Soapnuts. Okay, on to number 6, and this one is makeup. So this one was the hardest one for me. And this is mostly because I couldn't just purchase everything that was in my makeup bag at once. I'm sure you'll notice that when you're switching to natural beauty, most of the products are expensive. Also, you're probably not going to find the product that you love and works the best your first time, unless you do some really insane research. So I recommend looking up natural beauty reviews and natural beauty tutorials, and there you can get some tips on what products you should start with, and then just go on from there. Start on the stuff that you use on most of your face, like concealer and foundation, because that's going to seep into your skin the most. Another tip is to focus more on skincare, because I feel like when you focus more on skincare, you feel like you need to cover your face less. That's something that I've found myself doing. I use foundation a lot less. So number 7 is clothing, and this is not something that I follow too much, to be honest. The one thing that I do recommend is getting organic cotton underwear or organic hemp underwear, because this area really needs to breathe properly, and when you use the synthetic like lacy underwears, the area just doesn't breathe. As far as regular clothes, I usually just buy what I think looks good, but if you can, try to pick cotton and try to pick natural fibers over synthetic. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I put out natural beauty and lifestyle videos consistently, and hope you have an amazing day. Love you guys. Bye.